The calm and luminous intimacy within approves her work and guides the unseeing power.
Well, we're seeing here that this, we know what an intimacy is, and it's
Yeah,
calm and luminous intimacy, but it's within.
yeah.
It proves her work, the creatrix work, and guides the unseen power. I think
Mm-hmm.
we've been through power so many times.
We have,
So
yes.
we won't do that. So let's continue with his vast design.
His vast design accepts a puny start.
Well, what's puny?
Small, insignificant,
I would say more weak.
weak. Okay.
Someone who's weak is puny.
Mhm. An attempt, a drawing half done is the world's life. Its lines doubt their concealed significance. Its curves join not their high intended close.
Well, he's telling us here now about us today.
Mm,
This drawing half done. Because until now, there were not many choices.
mm,
You could die,
mm,
or you could go into nirvana
mhm,
and escape into nirvana. When I asked Ranganath that question, he said they didn't escape into God. They didn't get that high. They only
mm.
got as far as nirvana. And in nirvana, there is that deep peace that's not undisturbed by anything. And
Oh,
that's where Buddha went and Shankya went.
mm,
And so now we have possibility because of Sri Aurobindo and Mother.
mm,
So, but still, at this point in Savitri, that world's life is just an attempt.
mm,
It's just a half-done drawing.
mm.
And even the lines of the world, these formations of the world, doubt their concealed significance.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what does this rainbow mean? It's not really a rainbow. If
Mm-hmm.
you look at a blue sky, the sky is not truly blue.
Mm,
Yeah. So everything doubts its concealed significance. Even the curves cannot join their close, their high intended close, he
mm.
says. Yet,
Yet some first image of greatness trembles there, and when the ambiguous crowded paths have met, the many-toned unity to which they moved, the artist's joy shall laugh at reason's rules. The divine intention suddenly shall be seen, the end vindicate intuition's sure technique.
yeah, the divine intention suddenly shall be seen, the end. We don't want to drop
Mm,
the line there. So, there is this first image of greatness, but it trembles. It's
mm,
just trembling there. It's not fixed, you see, because the ambiguous crowded parts have not met as yet. Now, ambiguous, of course, is uh, questionable.
mm,
I would say questionable, obscure,
mm,
questionable or obscure parts.
mhm,
But then he says, and when these have met, these ambiguous crowded parts, the many toned unity to which they move. Isn't that beautiful?
mm,
When they meet and they find that many toned unity to which they move. The artist's joy, the divine, it's the divine again, shall laugh at reason's rules. And then the divine intention suddenly shall be seen. The end vindicate intuition's sure technique. So we have this word vindicate is, I would say, to provide justification or support for something.
Mm-hmm.
Not to free it, but to support, justify it.
Okay.
So the end is going to justify intuition's sure technique.
Mm.
And we see that in the planes of consciousness, quite high, just below the overmind, is the intuitive mind.
Mm.
So it has a sure technique, whereas the illumined mind, you could say, is a spotlight that shines very clearly on something.
Mm.
The intuitive mind is a vast light shining on something, exposing everything. So the end vindicate intuition's sure technique.
A graph shall be of many meeting worlds, a cube and union crystal of the gods.
So I have to stop you there because we have a couple of things here. Alok says it's perfection of form and qualities, a higher perfection. But I met this lady Shruti. Have you met Shruti?
No, I guess.
She was working for some years with Sradalu, and they were going to do a video program on the integral yoga, but it fell through. Anyway, she was quite intelligent, and I asked her about this question, and I'd like to read it to you because it's not very long, but it's very interesting. The symbolic representation of the metaphysical ascending layers of creation, the mystical Sri Yantra, symbol of creation, the symbol of diamonds and triangles leading to a single point at the top and encompassed in a square. If you look at it from above, it appears to be this symbol from a flat perspective. But if you look at it from the side, it is an ascending mountain called Mount Meru, but actually like the Sri Yantra. The Sri Yantra of Sri Chakra is a form of mystical diagram, yantra, used in the Sri Vidya school of Hindu Tantra. It consists of 9 interlocking triangles that surround a central point known as a bindu. These triangles represent the cosmos and the human body. Interesting. Okay, so we carry on.
Yeah. Okay, a cube and union crystals of the gods. A mind shall think behind nature's mindless mask, a conscious vast fill the old dumb brute space. Conscious vast.
Yeah, very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. This faint and fluid sketch of soul called man shall stand out on the background of long time, a glowing epitome of eternity. A little point reveal the infinitudes.
I think it's epitome, but let's
Epitome.
look. A glowing epitome of eternity. A glowing epitome of eternity.
A glowing epitome of eternity.
Feel good to you?
Yes.
We can look it up, but I think that's it.
I think it is epitome. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to go back to this. A mind shall think behind this mindless mask of nature.
Is it like thinking from intuitive plane or above?
It's yes, it's see nature's mindless mask. It's not mindless in the sense of being stupid.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have that mind, or
Mm-hmm.
or at least it's a mask of the mind, because nature is always fooling around, creating and destroying. So
Mm.
we have Shiva is the creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who is next? The destroyer.
That is Shiva. Vishnu is the Brahma is the creator.
Brahma's the creator, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we see that that this mind, and he capitalizes mind, and he has a lot to say about mind. So let's just read a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The mind. This is from Letters on Yoga. The mind, in the ordinary in the ordinary use of the word, covers indiscriminately the whole consciousness. For man is a mental being and mentalizes everything.
Mm-hmm.
But in the language of this yoga, the words mind and mental are used to connote specially the part of the nature which has to do with cognition and intelligence,
Mm.
with ideas, with mental or thought perceptions, the reactions of thought to things, with the truly mental movements and formations, mental vision and will that are part of his intelligence. So the mind is much wider here in Sri Aurobindo's statement than most people think it is.
Mm.
Another letter on yoga, he says the mind proper is divided into three parts: thinking mind, dynamic mind, externalizing mind. The former, that's the thinking mind, concerned with ideas and knowledge in their own right. The second, dynamic mind, with the putting out of mental forces for realization of the idea. The third, externalizing mind, with the expression of them in life, not only by speech, but by any form it can give.
Mm.
So vast, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
But it's more an intuitive mind that we're looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mother says the true role of the mind is the formation and organization of action.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not the vital that formulates it, it's the mind, and the vital accomplishes it.
Right.
Yeah. So then we have to go to a conscious vast, fill the old dumb brute space. Well, of course, that's almost self explanatory. Dumb is silent or inert, quiet.
Mm.
But now the vast has become conscious, a,
Mm.
a conscious vast that will fill the old dumb, even brute space, he calls it.
Mm.
And then he has this beautiful line: this faint and fluid sketch of soul called man shall stand out on the background of long time. Oh, how lovely. A
Mm.
glowing epitome. Uh, epitome, I would say, is a quintessence.
Mm-hmm.
It can be an embodiment, but it's something very high. It's,
Mm.
I would call it a quintessence. And a little point, even a little point, would reveal the infinitudes. And the infinitudes, as we know, are boundless,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely boundless. So then we continue again a bit.
A mysteries process is the universe. At first was laid a strange anomalous base a void, a cipher of some secret whole, where zero held infinity in its sum, and all and nothing were a single term, an eternal negative, a matrix naught. Into its forms the child is ever born, who lives forever in the vasts of God.
It's very, very important and very, very complex because this whole universe is a mysteries process. We we see these incredible things of nature, these volcanoes. In New Jersey, there was an earthquake.
Oh.
There was never in my whole life in New Jersey an earthquake. It was unheard of.
Mm.
And of course, we see so many other things, tsunamis and hurricanes. So he capitalizes the word mystery.
Mm.
Here he uses it as an adjective for a process.
Mm.
So it's a mysteries process,
Mm-hmm.
we could say. And that is something of a quality that eludes understanding. It's an enigma.
Yeah.
Even he says there's truly no magic here, but then he says there's magic. So we have to understand magic in many ways just as mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's a mystery if everything is revealed, and yet nothing is revealed or so little that it's a mystery.
Mm.
So at first was laid a strange, anomalous base. Something that's anomalous is deviates uh, from the common.
Mm.
Something irregular or abnormal almost
Mm.
is anomalous.
Yeah.
And what is that anomalous thing? Well, it's a void. It may be a cipher of some secret whole. Of course, a cipher is also um, the old English spelling of cipher was Cypher, which I
Mm-hmm.
believe Sri Aurobindo also spells it that way in another part of Savitri,
Mm-hmm.
just like jail.
Mm.
Remember jail?
GAOL. Yeah.
And the other one?
JAIL and GAOL.
No, I think it's GY, GYAL, something like that.
Okay.
It's there in Savitri,
Yeah. Yeah.
but anyway, he spells this differently. And in this void, or this cipher of some secret whole, there zero is holding infinity in its sum. Now, a couple of things. One that Madhav tells us is that zero does not stand for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Zero does not signify emptiness, but has behind it the face of the immortal.
Mm-hmm.
All and nothing were a single term. And Alok says the state of nothingness that precedes creation,
Mm.
state where all is possible but nothing is apparent or
Mm-hmm.
come into existence. It is the superconscient hiding behind the mask of the inconscient.
Mm.
So now I'm having this problem with 101
Oh.
that I'm not able to open for some reason. So I have to go someplace to Savitri. Uh, it's only that one page that seems to be.
Oh. Do you have a hard copy with you around?
Yeah, I do. Good
Yeah.
point. Very good point. Yeah. And it'll be the same pagination, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's an eternal negative, a matrix not. That's the first line.
In 101.
Yeah.
Okay. An eternal negative,
Yeah.
yes. A matrix.
Matrix. Okay.
A
A,
matrix.
a
No.
matrix not.
So we have some interesting terms here. First of all, the thing that has come is an eternal negative because nothing can be born. And we found out about that in Book 1, Canto 1.
Mm.
The darkness was so dark that even the attempt of light to come through failed.
Mm.
Eventually, Usha comes, but it's after a long process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a negative matrix, a
Mm.
negative eternal. Into its form, the child is ever born. I think the child is the divine taking human form, lives forever in the vastness of God. So we can do a few more. I have to go at 25, so we
Yeah.
got a few minutes. So a slow reversal.
A slow reversals movement then took place. A gas belched out from some invisible fire. Of its dense rings were formed these million stars. Upon earth's newborn soil, God's tread was heard.
Sri Aurobindo is giving us the description of creation.
The Big Bang.
Incredible. Huh?
Is it like the Big Bang?
It's like the Big Bang, exactly. This gas belching out
Mm-hmm.
from some invisible Agni,
Mm-hmm.
truly fire, and of these dense rings, all the millions of stars were formed.
Mm-hmm.
And then upon Earth's newborn soil, God's
Got.
tread was heard. That's a good place to stop,
Yeah.
and we'll pick it up again next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Namaste.